that constant burning pain that you feel in your joints. What if I told you that it is not just a feeling, but it is a real fire? And what if you had an elite fire brigade right in your own kitchen to be able to put it out? Today, we are not just giving you another list of foods. We are giving you a doctor's guide to the arthritis fire brigade and its 3 most powerful tools. Welcome back to Healthier Daily, the channel where we give you the simple, science-backed truths to live a stronger and more independent life after 60. I'm your host, Dr. Ben Carter, and to be our wise and expert fire chief in this important training session, we are joined by a physician who has spent his life teaching the wisdom of putting out the fire of inflammation in our bodies. It is our great honor to welcome Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara.
Thank you for having me, Ben. A fire is not defeated with one single tool. A wise fire chief always brings a coolant to be able to lower the heat, a suppressant to be able to smother the flames, and a fan to be able to clear the smoke. Healing the fire of inflammation is exactly the same. This is so very important. I had a patient, a wonderful man, who came to me and he told me that his joints felt like they were constantly hot and on fire. He felt that he could never truly put the fire out completely. He was using one tool, but he needed the whole team.
And that is exactly what our guide is all about today. In this detailed training, Fire Chief Hinohara is going to teach us how to use all 3 of his most important firefighting tools. In our journey today, we will learn about tool number 1, the coolant. We will then learn about tool number 2, the fire suppressant. And finally, we will discover tool number 3, the smoke clearer. It is a true blessing to have this kind of knowledge, to have a complete and a very wise strategy to be able to bring peace and calm to our bodies. If you are ready to learn how to put out the fire that is in your joints, please type the number 1 in the comments below. As you are watching this on a Friday, this is the perfect time to prepare for a peaceful and a pain-free weekend. And be sure to subscribe to our channel. It's completely free, and you will not want to miss a single one of these life-saving tools. Okay, Chief Hinohara, the alarm has sounded. The joints are hot and they are on fire. As our viewers are starting their day this morning, what is the first and the most important tool that we must grab from the fire truck to be able to cool things down?
Yes. When we arrive at the scene of the fire, our very first job is always to lower the heat. Our first tool in our kit is the coolant, and our beautiful and very powerful natural coolant for the body is a high-quality, extra virgin olive oil. And for my patient, the gentleman whose joints felt so hot and so inflamed all of the time, this was his very first and his most simple step. We had him begin to use this beautiful and healing oil generously on all of his food. He would drizzle it on his salads and on all of his cooked vegetables. And this was the very first tool that began to provide him with some gentle and some very welcome cooling relief.
And coolant is the perfect and the most accurate word for it. Let's look at the deep and beautiful science of why this liquid gold is so incredibly powerful at lowering the heat of our inflammation. The first and the most amazing compound that is in a true high-quality extra virgin olive oil is a very special polyphenol that is called oleocanthal. And what is so incredible and so exciting about this compound is that it has been shown in many high-quality scientific studies to work in a way that is very, very similar to the common over-the-counter anti-inflammatory drug ibuprofen. It helps to block the same KOX enzymes in the body that are responsible for creating the pain and the intense heat of inflammation in our joints. For our firefighting analogy, you can think of this as being like the water that is coming from the fire hose. It is directly cooling the painful heat of the fire.
But beyond that one single powerful compound, the main type of fat that is in the olive oil is a very stable and a very beautiful monounsaturated fat. And unlike the unstable and the very pro-inflammatory omega-6 fats, that we have talked about in our other videos, this beautiful and stable fat helps to create a very calm and a very anti-inflammatory environment throughout our entire body. It is like a beautiful and a very soothing balm that is applied after the cooling water from the hose.
So it is a true two-part cooling system. The oleocanthal is the powerful water, and the beautiful monounsaturated fat is the soothing balm. Now, Doctor, I know from our previous videos that not all of the olive oils that are sold in the grocery store are created equal. How can our viewers at home choose a truly powerful, firefighting olive oil?
You must look for the signs of a true and a powerful warrior. First, a true healing olive oil must always be in a dark glass bottle. This is to protect its powerful medicine from being damaged by the light. Second, the label must always say cold pressed, which means that no heat was used to be able to extract the precious oil from the olives. And third, and this is the most important sign of all, a truly good and a very powerful olive oil will have a beautiful peppery and almost a slightly bitter taste. That little kick or that little burn that you feel in the back of your throat when you taste it, that is the oleocanthal. That is the proof that the medicine is strong.
And how should we be using this powerful coolant in our daily lives, Doctor?
It is always best to use it in its raw and its unheated form to be able to protect all of its delicate medicine. You will use it generously for all of your salad dressings, and you will use it to drizzle over your finished meals like your beautiful steamed vegetables. It is the perfect and the most foundational coolant for your new fireproof kitchen. It is a truly blessed and a beautiful thing how this simple and ancient gift from the beautiful olive tree can act as such a powerful and an intelligent cooling and soothing medicine for our bodies.
So our liquid gold, the beautiful extra virgin olive oil, is our first and most important tool in the arthritis fire brigade. It is the coolant that helps to lower the immediate heat of the pain. It is a powerful and a very important first response. But Chief Hinohara, as every good firefighter knows, simply cooling the flames on the surface is not enough. You must be able to stop the fire from reigniting. What is the second tool in our arthritis fire brigade?
Yes, our second and very important tool is not just for cooling the fire. It is for extinguishing the fire at its very source. This is the fire suppressant, and our powerful and very beautiful golden fire suppressant is, of course, the beautiful spiced turmeric. And for my patient, the gentleman whose joints were constantly on fire, this was the next and the most important step in his healing journey. The beautiful olive oil was giving him some gentle and some daily relief from the heat. But the fire would often continue to smolder underneath and would often flare up again. He needed a more powerful tool to be able to smother the deep embers of his inflammation.
And suppressant is the perfect and the most accurate word for it. Let's look at the beautiful science of this. The active compound that is in the beautiful turmeric curcumin is one of the most powerful natural anti-inflammatories in the entire world. But it works very differently than our beautiful olive oil. The curcumin works on a very deep and a very cellular level. It helps to block the master switch for inflammation in our body, which is a very powerful pathway that is called NF-kappa B. For our firefighting analogy, you can think of this as being like the source of the fuel that is feeding the fire. So while the beautiful olive oil is cooling the flames on the surface, the powerful curcumin is shutting off the gas line. It is the special firefighting foam that smothers the fire at its very base, and it prevents it from being able to reignite.
But, Doctor, as we have learned in our other videos, this powerful firefighting foam is locked away, isn't it? There is a very special key that is needed to be able to release all of its power.
That is the most important part of this entire lesson today. The powerful curcumin on its own is very, very difficult for our body to be able to use. To be able to unlock its power, it must always have its two essential and non-negotiable partners, a tiny pinch of black pepper and a source of a healthy fat. The piperine that is in the black pepper acts as a bioenhancer, and it has been shown in many scientific studies to be able to increase your body's absorption of the powerful curcumin by up to 2,000%. And the healthy fat, like our beautiful olive oil from our first tool, is what helps to transport the fat-soluble curcumin into our cells. Without these two essential partners, this powerful medicine is almost useless.
So, it is a beautiful and a very powerful three-part team: the turmeric, the pepper, and the healthy fat. Now, Doctor, what are some simple and delicious ways that our viewers at home can use this powerful fire suppressant every single day?
It is very simple to make it a part of your daily healing rhythm. In the morning, as you are starting your day, you can add a half a teaspoon of the turmeric powder and your very important pinch of black pepper to your beautiful scrambled eggs. The healthy fat from the egg yolk will act as your beautiful healthy fat partner. For your lunch, you can make the beautiful Powerhouse vinaigrette that we will talk about later, which combines all three of our powerful tools. And in the evening, the most comforting and beautiful way is to make the golden milk, which we have discussed in our other videos. The beautiful warm milk provides the perfect and healthy fat to be able to carry this powerful medicine deep into your body. It is a truly blessed and a very intelligent design to see how these different and very beautiful gifts from nature have been so perfectly created to be able to work together in such a beautiful and a synergistic partnership. And we love sharing this kind of holistic wisdom with our global community. To help us see our global community, please let us know what city, state, or country you are watching from. We love hearing from all of you. So our first tool in the Arthritis Fire Brigade, the beautiful extra virgin olive oil, is the coolant that helps to lower the immediate heat of the pain. And our second powerful tool, the golden turmeric, is the fire suppressant that smothers the fire at its very source. Our fire is now under control. But Chief Hinohara, as every good firefighter knows, his job is not done until all of the smoke and the debris have been cleared from the house. What is the third and final tool in our Arthritis Fire Brigade? How do we clear the smoke?
Yes, a good firefighter knows that his job is not done until he has cleared all of the smoke and all of the debris from the house, so that the fresh and the healing air can come in and the rebuilding process can begin. This is a very important job of our third and final tool, the smoke clearer. And our powerful and beautiful smoke clearer is the beautiful and fiery root, ginger.
And smoke clearer is a brilliant and a very accurate metaphor. Let's look at the beautiful science of this. First, as we know, the ginger contains its own very powerful and very direct anti-inflammatory compounds, which are the gingerols and the shogals. So it is also helping to put out any of the final smoldering embers of the fire. But the unique and the most special gift of the ginger, and the reason that we call it the smoke clearer, is its profound and powerful effect on our circulation. The ginger is a powerful and a very natural vasodilator, which is a scientific way of saying that it helps to open up all of our blood vessels. And this is so critically important after the fire of inflammation. This increased and healthy blood flow acts like a powerful fan in the body. It helps to air out the joint, and it helps to carry away all of the toxic and the inflammatory waste products, which is the smoke and the debris of the battle. And at the exact same time, it is bringing in a beautiful and a very welcome rush of fresh oxygen-rich blood and all of the important nutrients that are needed for the repair in the rebuilding process to be able to begin.
So, it is the final and the most important cleanup crew. It is a beautiful and a very intelligent tool. Now, Doctor, to bring our entire fire brigade together, can you please give our viewers at home a simple synergy protocol, a master recipe that combines all three of these powerful firefighting tools?
Of course, the most beautiful and the most delicious way to combine all three of our powerful tools is in a simple and a very powerful Firehouse vinaigrette for your daily salad. The base of your beautiful dressing will be our powerful coolant. You will use a half a cup of a high-quality extra virgin olive oil. To this, you will add 1 teaspoon of our fire suppressant, which is the beautiful turmeric powder. And of course, you must always add its most important and essential partner, a tiny pinch of black pepper. And finally, you will add 1 teaspoon of our freshly grated smoke clearer, which is the beautiful and fresh ginger. You will simply whisk it all together with a little bit of fresh lemon juice, and you will now have the most powerful and the most delicious anti-inflammatory salad dressing on the entire planet.
It sounds absolutely delicious. Now, Chief Hinohara, let's go back one final time and let's close the case file on your patient, the gentleman whose joints were constantly on fire.
This was the beautiful and the very successful conclusion to his story. The patient who felt that he was always on fire learned how to become the wise fire chief of his own body. He learned to use the beautiful olive oil every single day to be able to cool the daily heat of his pain. He learned to use the powerful turmeric to be able to suppress the deep embers of the inflammation so that they would not flare up again. And he learned to use the beautiful ginger to be able to clear away all of the damage. And by using all three of these powerful and intelligent tools together in a beautiful and a very consistent daily rhythm, he finally and truly extinguished the fire for good.
That is a truly beautiful and a blessed story. It is a powerful reminder that we have all been given these beautiful and intelligent tools from nature to be able to bring a sense of peace and of wholeness back to our bodies.
Doctor, this has been an incredible and a very illuminating guide. You have taken the frightening fire of inflammation and you have given our viewers a complete and a very powerful fire brigade to be able to fight it. Your Arthritis Fire Brigade is a powerful new way for us to think about healing our chronic joint pain. This is a profound and a very hopeful approach to senior health. By learning to use these three powerful firefighting tools, the coolant, the suppressant, and the smoke clearer, our viewers can now take a direct and a very real step to extinguishing their daily joint pain. This important knowledge is a true cornerstone of a proactive senior health strategy. It is a practical food-first way to fight back against the daily misery of joint pain and to live a more comfortable and a more mobile life. Now, Doctor, your Arthritis Fire Brigade is a life-changing way of thinking. For our viewers at home who are watching on this beautiful Friday morning and are inspired to take charge of their health this weekend, what is the most important and the wisest first step that they can take?
That is a wonderful and a very important question. The journey to becoming a wise fire chief must always begin with one single gentle step. I will give you a simple 3-part action plan for this weekend. First, this weekend, your only job is to be a curious and a very gentle fire chief. This is your kitchen audit. I want you to go to your kitchen, which is your firehouse, and I want you to simply look for the 3 tools. Do you have a high-quality extra virgin olive oil? Do you have the beautiful turmeric and the fresh ginger? You are simply taking inventory of your tools. Second, for this next week, you will choose just one tool to master. You must not try to use all 3 of them perfectly at once. You will choose only one of the 3 firefighting tools that is the easiest for you to begin with. Perhaps it is the beautiful and delicious olive oil. And third, and this is the most important step of all, for this week, your only job is to create one simple daily ritual around that one tool. You will simply drizzle that beautiful olive oil on your salad every single day. It is one small and very consistent act. This is how you begin your training as a wise and a very effective fire chief for your own body.
That is a perfect and a very achievable action plan, Doctor.
I want to leave you with this one final thought. You are the fire chief of your own beautiful body. Every single day at every single meal, you have the beautiful power to be able to choose the tools that bring peace and calm to your body and not the ones that fuel the fire. I encourage you to choose to protect your home. I encourage you to choose peace.
That is a beautiful message, Doctor. It's a wonderful reminder to be good stewards of our health by having the blessed wisdom to be able to fight the fires in our lives with the right and the proper tools. And of course, it is absolutely essential that you speak with your personal doctor or a registered dietitian before making any significant changes to your diet, especially if you have existing health conditions. Please remember that our conversation today is for educational purposes and is not a substitute for the direct medical advice from your own trusted physician. If you found this guide empowering and it gave you a new and a powerful way to think about your health, please give this video a like so that others can find this vital information, and be sure to share it with a friend or a family member who you know is fighting this fire. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. It is completely free, and it ensures you will not miss our next practical health guide. And for our community discussion today, we would love to know which of these beautiful firefighting tools, the coolant, the suppressant, or the smoke clearer, will you be adding to your own kitchen firehouse first? Please share your first step in the comments below. Thank you for being with us. Be well.